Anderson was just too good. Far too good. Look at this from the defending champ.
140.
Yeah, that performance in the final when he beat Taylor in Dusseldorf 11-4, arguably one of his best performances of the year. You probably put up last year's Premier League final as well against Michael van Gerwen until the last 2 minutes when he missed 6 starts to win it.
60.
Of course, won the UK Open as well. But he was brilliant in, well, let's be honest, it was a thrashing. And that's pretty good. Horvat doing what he did against Wright in the first ever German Darts Masters at the back end of last year.
81.
Peter Wright won double-digit numbers of titles last year. Best year of his career, only the 3rd player in PDC history to reach 10 titles in a year. Even Gary Anderson hadn't managed that before. But he set himself the hugely ambitious target of doubling that number this year. Well, we're at the end of May, and he hasn't won one yet.
Well, the others are double digits. Michael van Gerwen, of course. Just let
21.
our viewers muse over who the 3rd man is. Very well known on and off the hockey. Tops then for Wright to take the opener.
60. Representing Uruguay 103.
He'll get there in the end, Dragutin.
67. Uruguay 20.
Some adjustment from Snakebite. Gets the first leg on the ball.
Well, of course, the other man to win double-digit titles a year has to be
the power, Phil Taylor. Although there was a famous 3-time world champion who got very, very close and did himself out there. He was actually officially named as a 4th man to win 10 titles in a year, and then he foolishly pointed out to everybody that one of them didn't count. John Part.
Two on this for his own good. It's great to see him roll back the years at the UK Open, wasn't it? That run through to the quarterfinals in Minehead. That never to be forgotten weekend.
60.
And there was 5 feet of snow. Temperatures over the weekend here in Gelsenkirchen expected to touch 30 degrees, over 90 degrees in Old Money.
UK Open, of course, the scene of Peter Wright's biggest professional victory.
140.
Claimed his first major televised title in Minehead in 2017.
42. We'll continue at 120.
That's the treble he needs. That's the single he needs.
100.
But he can't find the double he needs.
112. Continue required 20.
Well, in the early stages of this game, it does have a similar feel to their meeting last year in this tournament.
12.
Except Dragutin was hitting his doubles a little bit
56.
more.
To double the lead.
There you shot in the second leg, Peter Wright.
Now those are the doubles that Horvat was hitting when they played
Game
in the
on.
German Darts Masters in Dusseldorf. And of course, Michael van Gerwen famously had to withdraw after day one
140.
because of injury.
Yeah, how's your luck, Martin Schindler? 2 years at this tournament. The first year, he gets drawn against the best player in the world, who then hobbles out the tournament and can't fulfil his duties in the next round, but Schindler's not allowed to carry on. This year, Dimitri van den Berg, it's his debut, I can give that a go. He's averaged 110 against him. Unlucky Schindler.
81.
That's about as close as you'll get to Peter Wright's hairdo today.
55.
Tonight, there will be over 20,000 here. When FC Schalke are playing in the Bundesliga, 62,000 in this stadium.
41.
Well, it's a below par Peter Wright. He's doing what he needs to do, because at the moment he hasn't been pushed that much by his opponent. Winner to play, Raymond van Barneveld in the quarterfinals. One spectacular day of darts here in Gelsenkirchen. The German Darts Masters will be decided. 15 games, we will have our winner
140.
later tonight.
99.
Could go tops here. There's one of them.
59.
Well, he is the showman. But most players will tend to do that these days, won't they, on 99 if they hit the single. 19.
Yeah, the double-double finish has become a lot more popular over the last few years. Players reasoning the double's a bigger target, so you're sticking both in there. One in there will do right now, Peter. Or double 10.
20. Dragosino required 22.
Well, it had to be eventually.
Yeah. The third leg.
Every picture tells a story. Yeah, double-double. And I've been very, very lucky to be doing this job my own 15 years. When I first started, it was frowned on. It was seen as being rude and disrespectful to your opponent. Not a bit of that now.
140.
Surely darts players are never rude and disrespectful to their opponents. No, it's certainly not back in the day. You wouldn't catch Rod Harrington being disrespectful to his opponents at any point, would you?
100.
Give his opponents a clip on the heel, didn't he?
60.
Yeah, there's still gamesmanship though. But it all adds to it, doesn't it? You like a bit of gamesmanship on the stage from time to time.
100.
Bit more like it from Snakebite. That's his first maximum. There's Joe, Mrs. Snakebite, and team manager watching on in the crowd.
Yeah, we love a bit of spice when there's two players who become great rivals, and you know, despite what they may say, they just don't like each other very much. It all adds to it, doesn't it?
$60. Here's your require 116.
Our last match will feature the world champion. Last match of the first round, Rob Cross against Stefan Stoiker. It's another chance for Horvat at 120. 60. He's had a go at this before and
120.
missed tops. Well, that is like a dart you or I would throw, Dan.
Well, he's turned around. He's not short of people he could blame, but I think there's only one he should be blaming, and it ain't any of the thousands of people here at the Veltins Arena watching.
Clinical from the defending German Darts Masters champion. The 42-year-old Croatian-born German Horvat. is a long way off.
100.
Played at the World Championship, you may remember. Lost to Simon Whitlock.
Yeah, I remember him coming through
60.
the prelim rounds against Boris Koltsov, the Russian.
Whitlock, of course, we'll see later in the year in the World Series.
60.
There's just no consistency from the world number 2 in this one.
99.
Looks like he's found his range, and then it just goes again. You can see him getting frustrated with himself.
Next stop on the World Series Roadshow, Las Vegas.
140.
At the start of July at the Mandalay Bay Hotel, followed by, very quickly, by Shanghai.
100.
And then in August, our triple header down under, Auckland, Melbourne, Brisbane. Before November the 2nd to the 4th, we head to Vienna for this year's World Series
100.
Finals.
PG require 101.
Well, that knocks the one off. Treble 16 would leave the double.
69.
That's exactly what he's got. Horvat. It's a big one, but it's a good one. Because you often go for treble 20, often go for treble 19, but he can't find it. And if this goes 4-1,
97.
has Horvat, who's only a couple of points behind in the averages, has he got the belief to turn this around? It does not look like it.
Peter Wright. Sixth leg, drag it into throw first. Game on.
Well, it gets interesting later on with the quarterfinals, the semi-finals and the final, all over the best of 15 legs, first to 8.
.180 number 2 for Snakebite. It is Raymond van Barneveld who awaits the winner of this one. And if you do cast your mind back,
60.
Barney and Wright had a thriller in the semi-finals last year. Wright edged 11 legs to 9.
$140. 85.
Well, the order of play tonight, we'll see Gary Anderson take on Jamie Lewis, then it's Van Gerwen and Vandenberg. And it's the winner of this match, very much looks like big Peter Wright against Van Barneveld.
76.
And in the last quarter-final, Metzior Sulovic awaits the winner of Rob Cross and Stefan Stoica.
Interesting decision to go for the double 18 in the end for Peter Wright, but a very, very impressive leg, by far his best of the match. 12 darter.
7th leg, Peter to
thrown for a 6-1 win, and a convincing win at that. Certainly a convincing margin.
$140. 120. $140.
Well, he's improved immeasurably, hasn't he? After 3 and a bit legs, Peter Wright averaging around 87, 88. He's now pushed that up to 97. Just stamps his authority, hasn't he? He's just grown in stature, grown in confidence, and you have to say that it has been
90.
as comfortable as the scoreline suggests.
But he's been allowed to do that, hasn't he, by Horvat? If he takes those chances, he puts him under pressure. He doesn't find it as easy to, as you say,
131.
make his mark on this encounter. Treble 17 Would have left 80, could have gone tops again, but as it is,
91.
he'll return looking at double top for the match, unless Horvat can take out a ton plus, and he might yet do that.
Well, that's the second time he's done that.
72.
When he needed a ton plus finish. It may be the last dart he throws. And it is, and the defending German darts Masters champion Peter Wright strolls into the quarterfinals and a date with Raymond van Barneveld. In the first ever German darts Masters, Wright had to survive a match dart in a decider against Horvat. We have to say today it was very, very easy. Wright the winner, 6-1. Next on the stage here in Gelsenkirchen is the world champ Rob Cross.